This is ritual continuity, not coincidence. Religion's greatest achievement wasn't saving souls, it was colonizing them. It turned spirituality into a brand, initiation into mass programming, inner alchemy into Sunday ritual. You weren't taught to body divinity. You were taught to beg for it. And the system fed off that begging like an energy harvest, building empires of stone and gold while telling you to suffer in silence for your reward in heaven. That's the game. Religion isn't the path out, it's the mask that kept you in. And until you rip the mask off, you'll keep bowing to altars built on your own forgotten power. The result is simple. Most people don't live in the world, they live in the media's version of it. They don't see reality, they see the script. You have to break the trance, or you'll keep parroting the lines written for you by men who profit off your blindness. If war is blood harvest and media is narrative harvest, then PSYOPs are the hijacking of the mind itself. Psychological operations are not rare events. They are the standard operating procedure of modern governance. Corporations and intelligence agencies, from false flags to stage crises, from fear campaigns to controlled leaks, that keep the population trapped in cycles of confusion and obedience. Consider how trauma is weaponized. 9/11 didn't collapse towers, it collapsed perception. The images were replayed endlessly, seared into the collective nervous system, until people begged for security at the cost of freedom. Weapons of mass destruction became the biggest lie of a generation. Yet by the time it was exposed, the war was already won. The damage wasn't in Iraq. The damage was in the American psyche. When you trace modern PSYOPs, certain events stand out as global turning points. Rituals of trauma so large, they rewrote collective reality. 9/11, towers weren't random targets. Their collapse wasn't only destruction, it was transformation. Millions watched the images burn into their subconscious as fear became law. Out of the ashes came the Patriot Act, Homeland Security, endless wars, and mass surveillance. Privacy died in the smoke, but people begged for change because trauma made obedience feel like safety. Then came COVID-19, a ritual even more sophisticated. The virus was real, but the PSYOP was bigger than the biology. Overnight, the planet became a stage. Humanity masked, distanced, locked down, and tracked in unison. The essential and non-essential divide wasn't just logistics, it was hierarchy, a sorting of the worthy and unworthy. Screens became altars of fear, case counts rising, death tolls read like scripture, red graphs climbing endlessly. The real virus was compliance. And once again, the solution wasn't freedom, but further chains, digital passports, mandates, biosecurity states, surveillance normalized down to your breath. Certificate of Vaccination ID 19, AI. And these aren't just isolated, they're patterns. Trauma is always the trigger. The 2008 financial collapse was painted as an accident, but it was a reset. Wealth vacuumed upward. Ordinary people drowned in debt. Bankers bailed out. And the system emerged stronger. Mass shootings keep cycles of fear alive, headlines saturating the airwaves till you see danger in every stranger, justifying more control, more security theater. The climate crises are real, but the narrative is engineered, constantly invoking apocalyptic panic while funneling power into unelected global councils and carbon credit schemes that make your every breath taxable. This is how PSYOPs function. They destabilize reality till you can't tell up from down. Invert truth until war is peace, slavery is safety, obedience is freedom. They pull you into trauma loops where questioning becomes taboo and obedience becomes virtue. And they always follow the same formula: create shock, amplify fear, collapse trust, install control. After 9/11, you got surveillance. After COVID, you got biosecurity. After financial crises, you get digital currency. After climate alarm, you'll get carbon rationing. The details change, the ritual doesn't. And the cruel irony, they reveal it in plain sight. It's the karmic loophole, the predictive programming in movies, the symbolism baked into ceremonies, the announcements made months before. It's not sloppy foreshadowing, it's disclosure. They show you enough that you can't claim ignorance. And when you see it but do nothing, They take it as consent. That's why every PSYOP feels half real, half scripted, because it's both. It's ritual theater for a world that still hasn't realized it's the audience.